Come on. Hey, there we go. Okay, let's turn this music down a little bit. Oh yeah, I guess I normally do that before I... Oh well. Did it? Let's leave it like that. Okay, good morning everyone. And welcome to Breakfast Spelunky for the 8th of May, 2020. I'm your host, Andy Nealon. I'm going to die miserably in Spelunky. It's pretty much what's happened for the most part. Actually, you know what? Let me try something real quick here, because I think this is worth sharing. Try this. Let's see. Twitch.tv. Oh, jeez. Twitch. What a great way to start the show. No clue what I'm doing. I also wanted to queue this up already, but for some reason I didn't. Oh wow, that's also not what I wanted to show. Videos. Oh, don't show my own video. Here. Whoa, that was too loud. So let's turn this off. Let's share my display. There we go. So, this is my play on PSN from earlier today. It went marvelous. So, let's see what I'm doing here. Okay, this looks pretty benign. I don't know why this always has... So run, into an arrow, dizzy, into an arrow, dead. That's it. Done. Arrowed. Double arrowed. So there you go. That was my amazingly terrible run from earlier today on PSN. Let's see if I can do any better right now with this. If the audio is off, let me know, as always. Let's see. Back. Okay. Also, my controller battery almost died. I'm really super pro today. Okay. Stick with Colin. Oh yeah, Brett says on the upside, be hard to be more. I don't even know. I kind of think that's the fastest death I've ever had. Like, it's definitely possible to like just walk into spikes. Like, I've seen Nick do that a couple of times and share it. It's always hilarious. Ooh, how do I... there we go. Okay. Let's keep on going. Keep the show going. Okay. Let's see, what's new? We had Derek on the show yesterday. That's going up later today. We thought that there might be some more news to share about the whereabouts of Spelunky 2, but there aren't really. We did talk about it briefly, but not in any like news way. So curb your expectations accordingly. But it was super fun. It was super fun. We thought it was going to be like a best of games currently, or things that we think are best, but it actually turned into like a pretty deep design discussion again. Hexel says, so weird, same thing happened to my bat in web and I had the same thing as you. Maybe I'm gonna lose a heart. And then yeah, great. I also thought, I was like, I don't think I can jump past this, but I guess I'll try, because what bad could come of that? And it was fine, right? It was totally fine. Okay. Here's another thing I do. I know that there's a low percentage that treasure chests have a bomb. I still never care, because I'm like, that almost never happens. And then when it does, sometimes it catches me off guard, right? Because I'm always like, well, come on, that never happens. Ooh. I can't afford that. Okay, fine. Okay, so 16 bombs, 4 hearts. Promising start. Very promising start here. Looks like I'm going to get the paste. That was unnecessary. Let's get away from here so I don't get hit by that rock. Can you... Okay. Flying rocks from your own bombs are the worst. So now I find myself from 4 to 2 health, and now I have to be just a lot more careful about what I do next. Ugh. I'm really disappointed in myself here for being so careless. Okay. Especially since I knew it was going to happen. I knew I was going to get hit by that dumb rock. I just didn't calculate the trajectory right. In my head. In my stupid head. Spore print Brett. I just started listening to GEC on Annie's urging from very old. Spelunky show like I started with Civ 3 arbitrarily. Nice. Game Dev Club, not Game Developers Conference. Yeah. Docky says, what almost never happens will always happen when you absolutely need it not to. Yep. Brett, I'm of the firm belief that people have roughly the same idea of fractions and percentages as they have with integers. We all quantize, right? Probably. Hexel, the worst, but also sort of beautiful. Yep. Huzzah. Do you guys stream Noita on here too? I do if I die before 11 a.m. Pacific. Then I stream Noita here too. Sometimes we just spontaneously stream Noita, but we're going to be streaming whatever the current Into the Depths game is that we do, and that's probably going to change every 2 months or so. People get to, Brett says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it's many. And similarly, 1/2, 1/3, down to 1/5, and below that, it starts to be never. Yeah, we clamp, right? I think that there's a bunch of research on that from Kahneman et al., right? They all did that stuff. Docky asks, what is Game Dev Club? I'll let Brett take over. You guys can discuss that in the chat. Huzzah, you're going to do a deep dive on something else after Noita? Yes, that's the plan. The plan is that we do like 4 shows of deep dives and then add the developer on the 5th, and then we switch to a different game. So it's like calling it a deep dive is kind of a tricky thing. Like it's a semi-deep, sort of deep dive, right? Because, I mean, for a deep dive, I think you have to play, or at least I have to play more than that much of the game, right? Like, I'm not going to get that good at the game that fast. So, yeah, take it for that, right? Spelunky 2 next. I mean, Spelunky 2 is going to be, for sure, a deep, deep, deep dive, right? Like, we're going to go, that's going to be, I mean, I can only assume, right? But I think that's going to be the big next thing. But who knows, right? We don't know when it's coming. 17 bombs. I don't want to trigger those guys, so let's just bomb my way through here. Oh! Nope, I'm dead. Yep, there we go. I even saw that arrow trap. I saw the arrow trap. Like today, wow, today is not my day. Okay, so now I can put this controller away, because if we switch to Noita... wow, okay. Arrow traps are OP. They are, but they're also so visible. Like, and it's, yeah, the way I died today on the PSN daily with the double arrows is dumb, but like being at 3 health or something like that, and then not, like seeing an arrow trap and just running into it and then being stunned, of course something else is going to take you down to 0. Yeah, Brett says, thanks. It's my podcast with Tim Longo Jr. where we spend multiple episodes going over an older game and talk about its relevance or whatever today. Yeah. It's like a book club. I don't know if you consider it a book club, but it seems, to me, it feels like a little bit like a book club. And Nick did that, I think, a long time ago when he was still working for 1UP, right? So it's a format that's it's cool. I love it. Let's see. Brett says they're currently playing Animal Crossing. I've been going for 4 years. Both industry long timers sort of play games like a book. There we go, like a book club with a developer spin. Yeah, and I think the one that I loved a lot was the Looking Glass stuff, right? With all the people who were involved with Thief, the Dark Project, and that kind of stuff. Like that's just super duper my jam. And because you're friends with all the developers, you get to have the cool people on, and they, reminisce about the development style in the 90s, which is just blows my mind that was even possible. Docky says, I've started to notice there's an arrow trap after a long jump, which is presumably one of the templates. I think it pops up very often so that it's exactly on the height of where you would be walking. I may be dreaming that because it doesn't happen that often. It happened to me twice today. Twice. Okay, it's 10:10. Guess what? So what I'm gonna do here is the same thing I did last time. I'm gonna actually switch the category on OBS to Noita, right? And now it will just update that. So if anyone's looking for a game, they'll find this. So, okay, let me get out of this. Good job, Kevin and Hexel. Bad job, me. I love it. Okay, there's my screen. Let's go to this and start that. And wow, didn't even have to change it. Normally I feel like I have to change the executable, but I guess I really didn't have to that time. Okay. Brett says, yeah, that was really fun. I love talking with them. Lulu's interview was a particular revelation for me. Yeah, I didn't even know that Lulu worked on that. Like, I didn't know that she was a producer, or that she had been doing that kind of at work all the way back to the Looking Glass days. Like, what a wild, wild time that must have been. I mean, I was in college. I've been in college for my entire life, but I was in college in the early days of college when I played Ultima Underworlds, right? And that was just like, man, a lot of classes died to that. Like that was just, the classes never stood a chance against the pull. Oops. Let's see. Yeah, nope, that didn't work because I'm still not sharing. What's going on here? Let's not do that. Oh, yeah. So that was just that. I have to actually change the executable here in OBS. There we go. Okay. Spore Print, my least favorite air trap for sure is the one you walk right into. Oh, Dev Game Club, not Game Dev Club. Yeah. Okay, so I think we're just going to do the dailies, right? Because I think the daily... So the daily in Noita is infinitely repeatable. But also it's just nice, right? It's like I don't feel that the seeds are so... the starting items are so random that it's different. But it allows you to share the stories, right? So that's the thing I think is cool. Like, you can be like, oh, how'd your daily go today, right? And you're not like feeling like you played an entirely different game. Okay, so what do we got here? We got one bouncing burst, which is not fantastic, and we have 16 pieces of dynamite. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, I also once managed to... Whoop. Okay, let's get the gold. Let's not be stupid about getting money. Okay, what's that up there? Can I get in there? Yeah, I know I can get in there for sure. I just have to blow up that box. Pull up that box. Oh, come on. Doing a horrible job here. How much did... what are the hit points on that thing? There we go. Well, that didn't work. Okay. What do we got here? Blood Flask? Nah, Blood Flask could be pretty good. I don't think... Well, but I'm still going to do this thing that I like doing. Docky says, I don't enjoy the default wands at all. You mean the default in the non-daily version? Because sometimes the wands that are in the daily are better. Sometimes I'll die early and replay 3 times max until I have a satisfying run. Yeah. I kind of replay until I'm like, yeah, I've had my fill. Like, I'm not going to get... The thing is also, I'm not really getting... It's unfortunate, but I'm not getting better at the game. I feel like I've already hit a wall, which is not good. Maybe I'll have another level up experience in the near future. I can only hope. I'm definitely at a point in this game where I'm doing something wrong. I feel like I'm being way too aggressive or way too something. What's this? Circle of Stillness. least my crits are going up. Like when I watch another thing is I got better at Spelunky from watching people play and not so much from playing myself. I mean, that's obviously not true, but like I feel like most of my level ups were like, oh, that's how you deal with this situation. Oh, I've been doing this like unnecessarily risky for the longest time just because that's the nature of who I am. And my patience level, patience is a virtue that I do not possess, which is weird coming from a person who's a professor, but I'm not good at it. I'm just straight up not. Like, I'm getting better at it, but it's not my strong suit. So I can't be like, oh, let's hang back and see what's going to happen. Hexel says blood puts out fire, so I usually keep it. I think it's true, and also like crits are amazing, right? Yeah, crits are amazing. Docky says Andy used mods. Yeah, I probably should, right? I'm being a little bit... So we had this conversation with Derek yesterday. Well, he'll listen to it today on the show about like what it means to play the canonical version of a game, right? With early access and that kind of stuff, and Animal Crossing and how it's being modded. And I don't want to give away too much of the conversation. It was the amazing conversation to have, right? But like I feel like I'm going to get into too much story that you can listen to on the show later, but it's like I really like seeing what the designers did, right, before I try the things on my own. Like I really like to see what their intention was and what their balance was. But point taken, right? I think I have nothing to be clear. Everyone should play the game they want to play. That's what I think everyone should do. I personally like playing the game that the designers intended because I'm a sucker for process and design. So I want to see what they did before I mod it. My wife made cold brew. So good. Docky says you practice with stuff. Yeah, I think you're right. If you keep on saying on the Discord that you're using that big health mod, and I think I should just do it so I see more stuff. Spore Print says I haven't played Noida since October, but it looks like they turned up the bounce on bouncing balls. Interesting. Cypherpunk, it's so hard for me to watch other people play games because I'm always worried about spoilers. It's probably why it takes me forever to improve. See, that's where we differ on that for sure. I don't believe is a wrong word maybe, but I don't value, I don't care about spoilers as much as a lot of people do. Right? It's like maybe it's a function of age. About 20 years ago, was in a bookstore in Vancouver, Canada, and it was Christmas, and everyone went home for the holidays, but I decided to not go back to Germany, even though I was only there for the year. I'll get to that in a second. And I was in the bookstore, and I was like looking at all these amazing books that people had recommended, and then I did a little bit of math, and I realized... Oh, also for Brett, this is unfair because Brett reads like 10 books a day, right? Like, I realized I'd have to live 350 years to read all the books that were on my list, right? So at some point, I have to cut corners. And that's where I think spoilers are like, I'm never going to be this good at this thing. I'm just going to check it out myself, right? I probably would have thought differently about that as a 20-year-old. Now I'm coming up on 50, so... Brett says, I don't think I've ever modded a game. Yeah, but you also didn't have to. What was that? 1 second. Let me check something out. You okay out here?
Yeah.
That was a loud bang.
That wasn't me.
Okay. Alright, got a little slice of life. Yeah, Brett, you didn't have to mod a game. You made Skyrim. You made a big game. Right? So Tobias says, I missed Spelunky. Did you win? Yes, Tobias, I did. I definitely won in the hearts of the viewers. Go back and watch that later on the stream. And also watch my PSN stream, but you'll see that on the stream as well. Both of them were arrow trap deaths. Brett says I'm the same way, but maybe that's just me being a dev. Yeah, Docky says the big health mod lets you choose your starting health when you start. Oh, interesting. Combined with the daily means, you can basically rewind and start again. Kind of cool. It's kind of... Well, and it's early access, right? You're kind of co-designing the game. So, again, I think all that checks out. Spore Prince says it's tough to admit that you won't do everything you can imagine yourself doing. Right. And Brett says, haha, I had a lot of help. Yeah, yeah, sure, of course. Of course he had a lot of help. But yeah, that game was is fantastic. Seemingly an evergreen, right? Seemingly an evergreen. My brother-in-law still plays that game religiously. Like, he almost plays it like Animal Crossing. Ugh, I don't like that. I don't like that. Like, for him, it's more like a go-to all-the-time game. Oh, boy. Okay, this is not good. This is not good at all. Okay, this is horrible. Damage for material. Oh, cool. Well, let's just do that again. Wait, do I have to give it a new exe? No, there we go. Tobias says you're coming up on 50 and claim that you grew up in Germany. Actually, I don't think Germany existed then. Depending on your age, not for you. 2 rate of fires butt heads. Yeah, that was just a bad idea. Like, killing that thing and then setting it on fire at the same time. Just that was bad. Grew up in Germany is maybe a little bit misleading. Like, I lived in Germany from... Oh no, that's just gonna break it again. I lived in Germany from 1979 to 2008. And my mom's from Wiesbaden, so... yeah, whatever. I'm pretty German. I got all my degrees, pretty much all my degrees in Darmstadt, except for my final PhD, which I finished in Berlin. Ah. Aki says, admitting what you won't do makes room for things you never expected to do. It's a good thing. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully. Oh, no. What did I just do? Why do I keep on breaking stuff? Did I at least get the flask? Yeah, I got the flask. Okay, so let's spray some of that oil around so I can get water somewhere else. Okay, I guess Germany exists in 1990 2008. It sure did. Did for me. I was in... 90s were my 20s and my architecture years of college. Did I even look what was on? Oh yeah, right. That was that. Maybe I should have used that. So when I get into these hairy situations, I should probably like put like a circle of stillness around me. Someone told me that those little like Miyazaki style critters do a ton of damage now when they dodge into you. Feels a little bit better, although I don't like, I really don't like those slimers. They're just bad news. Like, look at that hole it took out of the wood. That can't be good, right? That seems unhealthy. Those dudes down there. Okay, okay, here we go again. Let's get out of here. So I don't want to be anywhere close when that... And I especially don't want to be in a dead end, right? So let's make sure that I just always have escape paths. Man. Brutal. I would love nothing more than to burn that gas, right? So let's try to kick this over there. Nope. There's number 2. Oh boy, it took a shortcut, eh? Good job. There we go. Okay. I think that does it for those two. Let's get this gold. Nope, let's not get it. I also, like, those are, like, probably unnecessary little, like, losses of life. to take a short break to get a coffee. Architecture years, is that what you first went into? Yep, Hexel, that's what I first went into. I studied and finished civil engineering and architecture. That's why I'm such a nut for furniture and structural engineering. Docky says my favorite thing is circling back around to things I had previously sworn I would never manage. Yep. I 100% agree with that. Slimers, never realized that before. Perfect nickname. I think I just came up with it. Feels like a Ghostbusters thing, right? Sporprint says maybe it's me, but the castanet rattle in the background kind of reminds me of the forest sprites from Princess Mononoke, and I think that's deliberate, right? I'm pretty sure that those little three-eyed small creatures are also like a Mononoke reference-ish. Maybe it's a Finnish folklore thing. I don't know. Docky says, now I want a real Ghostbusters branded mod for Noita. Yeah. Docky, do you remember the 80s Commodore 64 Ghostbusters where you had to not cross the lines with the two people trying to catch the ghost and then hit the button to get it? I loved that game. It was so good. Sporeprint, second a ghost trap instead of bombs. Definitely Kodama, right? Ghostbusters was my first game in 1984. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's so cool. I remember seeing that playing on its Commodore 64 console at our local Karstadt, which is like a big chain in Germany. Or was. I don't know if it actually still exists. I think it still exists. And I was like, what is this magic? Right? And then I had to get it somehow. And by somehow, I mean probably from someone in high school who had it. I spent most of my Christmas pressing the spacebar at the right time during the song karaoke. Oh my god, that game. That was such a weird hybrid of so many different... Whoops, don't do that. Yeah, when I keep on thinking about Commodore 64 era, I just somehow always go back to Mule. Like, that was by far my favorite game. That was ooh, look at a pile of gold. Oh, it's not a pile of gold? What is this? Rotten meat. Ugh. Yeah, I played so much Mule with my brother. So much. Like, it was just the game that we played all the time. Man, Danny Buntenberry, what an amazing designer. Yeah, now I kind of want to go back and play all those games. Oh, whoa. Buddy, I didn't do anything. Oh, I didn't. I want to say I didn't do anything. I did do a lot of things. Okay, so I'm at 26 health, which is below what I now consider to be let's move on. Right, for me, let's move on starts at 30. There's a wand. So let's throw a piece of dynamite. Just go straight there. Oh, and it's in a trap. It's in a trap. So how do we deal with this? Probably more dynamite? There. Did that do it? Wow. It did not. Okay. Wow, there's another cavity of water underneath it. Ugh. Okay. So let's... Okay, let's not die to the charge from these little guys. Okay. Let's blow a hole in here. I hope. Okay, get that stuff to drain somewhere. I don't know where. Whoop. Don't like... Ah! Whoa! Every single shot just hit me. Docky says I first played Mule about 10 years ago. Oh wow, I accidentally also messed something up over here on OBS. There we go. With Terry Kavanagh, Stephen Lavelle, and Sophie Holden. Wow! What an amazing 4-player game of Mule that must have been. How'd that go? Is Terry some mule wizard? Yeah, Sporeprint says give that guy a medal. Unreal. Yeah, that man, you're firing a shotgun from halfway across the screen and every single shot hits. Every single pellet hit me. Cypherpunk says blow out the sidewall. Yeah, that's what I was trying, and you know what? That's what I'm gonna try again. It's only 10:30. Got a lot of. So Heiko, yeah, Heiko, you're Heiko. I'm gonna give you a huge thumbs up for that just now. Okay. So the only thing about doing the daily over and over again, of course, is that, and this could be, benefit or negative, is now because I'm keep on dying in the same level, we're just gonna see what it looks like when a roguelike gets played over and over again, and if the generation was literally just a one-off, right? Like it is in, say, No Man's Sky, right? But then No Man's Sky is so large that it doesn't matter, right? But those are two very different styles of using randomness, right? I tend to like both, which is why I like the daily, right? Can I not get hit by these little rushers? There, thank you. Okay, so let's speed it up a little bit just for showmanship, right? So it doesn't get super stale, just from me playing the same stuff over and over again. Okay, so I still haven't done the emptying for water trick, but also, again, let's, in the sake of time, let's not care about that for a second. Whoa. Okay, at least I was prepared for that. Also, let's just make more use of the dynamite. Ooh, that's it's polymorphian. I kind of want to blow that up at its base and see where it flows to. Yeah, let's do that. It's gonna be fun. Hey, buddy. I mean, sheepy. I love. See, these are the moments. These are the moments. Whoa, sorry, you were a sheep and now you're a sheep again. Okay, quick break for looking at this. Docky says Terry's super competitive with everything, really fun. Oh yeah, no, that's why I'm asking. I wonder if he was just like a mule grandmaster immediately. Yeah, oh man, like, so for sure you can find a Commodore 64 emulator with a mule ROM somewhere. I have looked on eBay multiple times because I'd really like to own the original, because it's the original like EA 80s square, like almost like they look like a 7-inch, right? It's like, they look like a single, like a vinyl single. It's the gorgeous packaging and everything. They put so much love into the packaging back then. Hexel says, funny thing about replaying daily is you can get your revenge. Find Mr. Shotgun, make him suffer. I'll try. Taki says, I find Noita's multiple zone exits really disorienting. I never have any idea where I am from a horizontal point of view. I don't understand them either, honestly. And I haven't looked it up on a wiki either, what the whole idea around that is. Hexel says, I found they're so often you can just basically assume they're always underneath you, plus or minus very little. Yeah, I feel like you can, if you drop down, and I've talked about this on the show before, if you just drop down, you're going to find an exit. But also you're going to miss a bunch of stuff, so, right, that's the, like, push your luck. That's the push your luck style thing that's going on, I think. Whoa. So, I'd like to find the stupidly good wand here, but also I want to see the next level. So I'm just going to start using all of this. Okay, there's the good wand, right? It just happens to be in a pool of this stuff. So let's get rid of it. Right, because there's probably an electrocution thing over there somewhere That's going to be annoying. I really don't want to get... You know what? Let's keep on doing this. I don't care. There. Let's hope for a moment that... Okay. This is a... Oh boy. Okay. It has a lot of kickback. But it's amazing, I think, because I really like Magic Arrow. They do 10 damage. So this is so much better. It does drain a lot. So this is where, okay, so this is the one thing where I'll say, like, with the floating point numbers, sometimes are fun if you're inclined to look at it closely. Because right now what's happening is this wand only has 220 mana and 45 mana recharge, and those arrows drain 20 mana. So even though this wand is amazing, the spell in it drains so much that I get to a point very quickly, right, where the blue line on the upper right is now empty and is struggling to recover because it's not refreshing fast enough. So we'll see. But other than that, wow, what a wand. I mean, also, you know what? Sometimes it's really cool in this game to just stop and look. This is so beautiful, right? Look at all this sparkly stuff going on. Taki says counter 64 games are best when you have a C90 and a bunch of fast forwarding for the correct counter number. Oh no. Yeah, I guess that's a form of meditation. Sporeprint says it would be great to see you guys play some unreasonable board games like Ogre, another great acronym. I don't have Ogre because I never had the space to store it. But I would like to play that game. Okay, what's going... Ooh, this is going to be fun. So I'm just going to, you know, because I've seen a lot of the rest of the game, I think I'm just going to dive in here. Let's just do this. Okay, let's not anger the gods. I don't know when I'm going to transform. There we go. I don't think there's anything here I want. I do not think there's anything here I want. So Sportpert, I'd much prefer to play Twilight Imperium, which I think exists on... oh, nice. Extra HP. Which exists on Tabletop Simulator. Or Cosmic Encounter, yeah, or that. Okay, let's see. Is there anything good here that we could shuffle around, right? So, would it make sense to do something like this? Let's see. I don't think it would. No, right? Because look at how slow mana recharges on that wand, right? So it's going to immediately... So that's just a bad wand for that. What about this one? Way too slow. And this one doesn't have enough mana. And the mana charge speed is bad. So we're, you know, this is as good as it's going to get for now. I'm just going to move that to the front and then leave the rest like this so that I have dynamite on 2. Yeah, I think this is as good as it gets. And this is a super solid wand. I don't see bolt on rapid fire wand. I guess I could have done that. Yeah, that would have been fine too. I like the magic arrow though. Like the magic arrow, look at, like, if I hit something with it, it just dies. Well, I mean, as far as I know, because I haven't see, like, one hit. Everything dies in one hit. Dynamite bouncy swap. I guess I could have done that. Yeah, you're right. I should have done that. I definitely should have done that. Right? I definitely should have done the bouncy on the dynamite wand for another like not less spready shot, like machine gun style. What's this? What do we have here? Whoa. Okay. Uh-oh, I'm getting meleeed. Being melee clobbered here. Oh, this also has... So another good thing about the magic arrow, it seems, is that it has a lot of kickback. So if I hit these, it also knocks them back a bit. Wow, how'd that happen? Ugh, now I have to wait for that to burn off because I don't want to get lit on fire right now. Oh, someone picked up the wand. Someone picked up the wand. Ugh, there's another one of those. Wow, could you guys slow your roll? Oh, come on. Like, yeah, the spread on this one is a little bit hard to deal with for me. Docky says dynamic music works so well in this game. It really does. It really, really does. It works so well that you have to like actively think about it in order to appreciate it, I feel. Right? It's so well implemented. That went all the way to the bottom. That's unfortunate. Okay, there's a wand down there, so I think we want to bomb our way into that. First, let's deal with this bat. So let's dynamite that away. Right? Okay. What do we have here? What is all that stuff? Okay, so let's... Man, so here's again where I'm failing, right? I should have just like taken the bounce spell off of there. But also, I don't care about that right now, so let's see what this... So, you know, the recommendation is always just fire the wand and see what happens. Well, that's not doing anything. Right, because... Wow, and mana max 930, doesn't charge fast, has a really short cast delay. Poison arc, giant explosion on slimy enemies. That seems awfully specific. Charm on toxic sludge. Formation hexagon. Okay. Spells. Oh, it's a double spell cast. It doesn't shuffle. It has a -8 spread and has a huge mana. Yeah, so let's hold on to that and see if we can make something cool from it later. And now let's go up here and see what this wand is. Oh, there's another bat. Man, there's a lot of bats. A lot of bats today. What's that? Energy sphere with timer. Fast arcing projectile cast on a spell after timer runs out. Okay. Cast delay plus 17. What's this? Yeah, the wand is garbage. Cast 3 spells. Whatever. Okay, just for the sake of experimentation, let's take it. Okay, so somewhere there's probably Mama Bat who's just like producing a bunch of bats. Look, it's bugging out. It's not rotating. So let's try to find... There we go. That's who I was looking for. Okay. So now that should end... Okay. That should end bat production, I hope. Unless there's like another mom around. John, what's the... Oh, pink polymorph. The pink liquid that I'm covered in, I think it's slimy mucus. Makes me even slower, which I usually... See how slow I'm going left, right? That's like such a game feel. Don't do it. I'm already so slow. Right? Douse yourself a bit. With what? What do I have? Blood and oil. Sure. That sounds like a great idea. Come on, slime. Go away. There we go. Okay. Now my crit is also a lot higher. John, what were they? John says, what were they thinking making the left-right movement so slow? Well, my speculation was that it's so that you are inclined to go up-down faster and not explore. Like, it discourages left-right motion, even though left-right motion is like where a lot of the meat of the game lies. Oh, come on. Let's pretend that that's... Yep, the brother or sister of the shotgun. Oh, God. So yeah, wow. So what happened? Well, I still have that's a very amazing explosion for a thing that does very little to no damage. See, so that thing has a lot of kickback, and the kickback is what just got me. I didn't notice that I was being kicked back behind that explosive crate, and then I shot into the crate. Docu said, "Oh, let's not get hit by another shotgun man." Nice. Okay, let's get that. Okay. Oh, I don't want that. It's not standing slime. So that's the exit. So let's figure something out first. Let's read the chat. Docu says the horizontal speed is very interesting. No one enjoys it, but it must be for a good reason. I think it encourages using the up-down firing and firing horizontal. Yep, I think that's the case. And also there is this thing called speed. It's not called speed upium, but like it would be funny if it was called that. It like accelerates you by a factor of like 2 or 3 left right, which is insane when it happens, right? Yeah, Taki says ranged wands benefit from the wide view. Hexel says I don't mind the left-right slowness, but do generally like mobility, so would prefer it faster, but didn't strike me as too strange when I started Noita. Definitely struck me pretty fast, because I'm so sensitive to game feel. It's just like, ugh. Taki says running might also make the wand use less crucial. Yeah. Hello, Richard. How you doing? Richard Lamarchand, my good friend Richard and colleague, is in the chat. Hello, folks. Andy, I can't tell you how happy I'm seeing you playing Noita. I have to get back to this one game soon. Richard, your counter on Steam says something like 200 plus hours, which like blows my mind, right? I think I'm like 20 hours in. Yeah, maybe you can give me some tips. Oh, you guys are all saying hi to each other. Doc says we need a weapon with a gigantic kickback that you can use to speed around. Brett says, I hope you're maintaining your sanity in this. Oh, hey, Rich, hi. Oh, Richard says, because I would regularly leave it paused overnight. I think, yeah, our friend Kevin Kansian has like 300 hours on The Witcher 2, and I was like, 300 hours? You must really like that game. He's like, nah, just leave it on pause all the time. Or at least maybe still playing it. Whoa. Okay. What's my health doing? Oh, my health's still great. Yeah, Richard, we're speculating about a bunch of design decisions that we won't have to speculate for long about anymore because we're going to have Petri on the show in a couple of weeks. Actually, Petri and maybe one of the other developers as well. I'm not sure. We'll see. Yeah, I love this game a lot. I don't know if it's ever going to have the same status as Spelunky for me, but also that's, I mean, who am I kidding here, right? Like, my self-proclaimed, like, I can't say I have a favorite album of all time. I can't say I have a favorite book of all time. Movie, maybe, I don't know. Game, I never thought I would be, but it's pretty clear that it's Spelunky. Nope, careful, fire. And also, like, to a fault, right? Because I kind of play this game like Spelunky, which is, I don't think that's how you're supposed to play this game, right? Like, I'm, like, rushing in and not being patient and not sniping. Like, I think if I mixed my play style with a little bit of Dark Souls style, like, cheesing-ish, where I'm, like, sniping things from afar instead of rushing in like a madman, I think my win rate would go up. But I don't like playing it that way, right? Yeah, because as Docky just said in the chat, rushing is fun and winning is for losers. That's a t-shirt. Winning is for losers. There, I'd wear that shirt. Also, I quite frankly don't know what that glowy sparkle bomb does if it hits you. Like, I'm not really... Oh, man. Okay, please don't get killed again by this... By Mr. Shotgun. Oh, where... Okay, I'm still at 88 health. Calm down. Okay, let's just... You know what? Let's just get out of here. Let's get out of here and rinse myself off. Very much. Docky says Steam says I spent 60 plus hours with one of the Stalker games, despite me spending an hour failing to get it to work and it running in crash for 7 days. I've always tried to get into Stalker games, right? I've modded the hell out of it so that it would like play well and be nicer. I don't think I've ever I'm talking like Stalker, like the first one, right? The one that took like years and years to come out because they were like doing this magical thing back then called post-processing. Like that was new at the time. And it took them forever to release it. And then when they finally did, I never played it. And then I played it years later. And I've never made it past the first encounter, right? Like you get to this house, like maybe you walk like for a mile and you get to this house and it's hard because there's like 6 or 7 enemies in it. And you have to, they're smart and you get killed very fast. And I mastered that encounter twice. And then I was like, okay, I gotta save this game now. I'll get back to it later. Never happened, right? Glowy Sparkle equals makeover wand. You can't see it, but you get amazing eyeshadow. Yeah, that would be cool. Okay, 283 gold. Do I want any of this? This is the black hole thing, right? Wait, if I press E to purchase and swap an item with it. Oh, so I can still look at it, right? Black hole. I want this, right? I want this. So I'm gonna go to the wand editing thing and take... Wait, I want to keep that wand. Let's take these off of here and maybe trade it for that wand. This wand was the one that has 930 mana, right? Which just seems like a great idea. So let's get this. Wait, let's go to this again. Yeah, because this spell has 180 mana drain, right? John Axon's asking how do you activate the wand ending. I think you hit tab. Yeah, you hit tab and then you get into this. You can always hit tab in the game. It doesn't pause the game, but you get to wand stuff, right? And, oh yeah, and Docky says select button on the controller. And if you have editing everywhere, then you can always drag and drop this stuff. But if you don't, then you can just look at your wands, right? So I'm going to take this and replace it with the wand I just took everything off of. Because what I want is... yeah, I want this wand that has 930 mana. Just pull everything off of here. Oh wait, I can just double click this stuff. Yeah, right. And now I'm going to put all these. I don't want bifurcation on these. Right, so now I'm going to be able to drill through stuff. Now this wand is not bad. It's actually potentially 7 spells, 1 spread 3. Yeah, whatever. It's not that great. So someone suggested I don't have that anymore. Energy sphere with timer. That I put a low cost thing on the dynamite wand, but I don't really see anything else here. I don't like that. I don't like that. I know that this is amazing, right? I think people talk about this a lot. I can't afford that anyway, so who cares? What do we got here? We have melee immunity, revenge tentacle, and vampirism. I'm gonna get melee immunity. I like melee immunity a lot. I don't know how valuable it is where I'm going next. So let's see. This one, 220, 45, 250, 52. You know what? I think I'm gonna try these over here and see what that feels like. Brett says I have to go back to Code Mines. But fun watching stream, Andy. Have a good day. Take care, Brett. Thanks for watching me fail in Spelunky twice today. I think I like this more because it has a lower spread, and I really like that it has a lower spread. So what's this real quick? Let's see. Not that spectacular, but you know what? Whatever. What happens if I put a poison arc between them? It's going to shuffle, right? So that's not going to work. No. No, it's not going to work. What about this? This also shuffles. This doesn't shuffle. But this is going to take forever to recharge, right? Let's see what happens if I do this. Just curious. Just curious. See if I do that and that. Again, I don't think this is going to work. I don't understand how that works, honestly, with the... Because that is a projectile, right? And it says this here... Okay, maybe I'm placing it wrong. Okay, which one is it? That one. Oh, no, that seems to work. Whoa. Projection of point flame of 10 tries to... Whoa! Wow. Yeah, we're totally doing that. We're totally doing that. That seems fine. And now I don't want to fire these yet, so let's move. Oh wait, I have to move this back because now that's my weapon of choice. That's also pretty good. Let's do it like this, right? And then I'll use the black holes for something else. So that was an awful lot. Paint the town purple. Yeah. That was an awful lot of wand editing, like more than I normally do. Let's see. Okay, let's see if we can not, if I can manage to not get sniped right away. My favorite death in Noita is being sniped. There we go. Okay, so that gold is not worth. I'll get that gold at least. I don't like taking damage from that. Whoa, 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 whoa. There's a sniper. So let's see if I can manage to not get sniped. Oh. I mean, the nice thing about the sniper is that their position is being telegraphed to me by them, right? Let's see what's up here. Oh boy. 25 damage, man. Are you kidding me? Man, that's rough. Also, okay, so the thing I didn't do earlier is I didn't go to the fungal caverns, right? So it seems that in like higher level play, it's pretty standard in the coal mines to go all the way left into the fungal caverns, because there's a ton of good stuff over there, like amazing wands, but you know, harder enemies. I usually don't go there if I'm under 30 health. I hope you ask about the gold timeout. It's the strangest part of this game. Yeah, I mean, again, I feel like the gold timeout is probably a risk reward thing. Like, it's like, oh, you want the gold? You gotta do something to get to it. And it's annoying. I think I would assume that that's what's happening. Wow, what the hell? Freezing, I mean, man, this game. So pretty. Okay. Some potions down there. Just heard a monkey. Give me your golds. Okay, that's gonna be... I don't want to fly through that vapor. There we go. Uh-oh. I'm still doing pretty good on health right now. 101 seems pretty doable. Like, so I rarely... What time is it? 11. Okay, fine. We're just going to finish this run. I rarely make it to the Hisi base. Whoa. I don't like what I just saw. Someone... Oh, man. Someone has that wand and it's nuts. Oh, they killed themselves with it. What was on there that just did that amazingly crazy? Yeah, I think it's time to get rid of that and see what that was because I'm way too curious. What is that? Magic missile. That's what that is, right? Glitter bomb. I think that's what that is. Yeah, there's the glitter bomb. Whatever, we're definitely taking this wand. Just because I want that magic missile. Well, there's another wand. And now, how do I actually... Oh, so now comes the point where we see how this thing's going to work. That's going to drill through there, right? Oh boy, maybe I have to get closer to it. Yeah. That's how a black hole works. Okay. Oh, nope, don't feel like confronting those guys without proper arming. Cast delay 0.02. That's amazing. And look at the mana max. So this is a great. This doesn't have anything good on it, but it's a great. It's a great wand, right? So maybe it's time to let's let go of this one, right? This is. Yeah, let's let go of this one. That wand is just too good, right? It's. What is this? Odd fireball. Whoa. Okay. Like, look at how fast that recharges. That's because of this. This nuts recharge speed 96. It can only take 2 spells, but yeah, I think this is a good wand. I don't know exactly what for, but let's keep it. Ooh. Man. Magic arrows. Gotta love them, I think. So another spell that, that I'm missing here today that I love. Whoop, don't want to do that. Oh, ouch. Ouch. That I love is the all-seeing eye. The all-seeing eye is just so good to give you like a little bit of a preview of what's yet to come. Okay, there's our sniper again. There's the exit. I don't want to take micro damage from those folks, so let's do that. This is like I think a strategic retreat that we just have to do. All right. Oh boy! No, what's that? Oh boy, this is okay. This is so bad right now. Okay, fine. Fine game. Okay, let's look at the chat. Docky says that person killed themselves with the wand. I must have it. Right, that's me. That's for sure me, right? Oh yeah, I tried the magic missile, John. Didn't work. There's too much other garbage on that wand. Playing with fire. Yep. Richard, that was seriously amazing sequence of dodges you did at the end. Thanks, Richard. I was trying so hard to like do the thing that Nick keeps on telling me I'm not doing. He's like, just walk backwards, just walk backwards. I'm like, I don't want that, right? Docky says, I love that you can steer the missiles underwater. Yeah, it's just like, I can't play like that, but I just did it, and it turns out he's right. But then that weird thing happened at the end where the missile was heat-seeking. I don't know what just happened, right? I guess that, I mean, I know that those turret things or whatever they're called, right? That thing on the left, they're just super dangerous, right? Docky says FPS players walk backwards everywhere. IRL. Yeah. Yeah, I love this game. I just, man, it's like I keep on hearing people like, oh yeah, and today when I got to the Hisi base, I'm like, I guess it took me forever to get to the jungle consistently in Spelunky. And as you saw earlier today or not, I did not make it to the jungle in either of my daily runs, right? So it'll happen. I'll still try to get better at this game. I don't know. I honestly don't know at this point if I'm going to stick to it enough past the Into the Depth series that I could actually beat it. I see people in our community like play it for a week and then they beat it. Some people are younger than me, better than video games than me, I guess. I just love them a lot, and I teach the design of them. Yeah, I don't know. I'll see what happens, right? There's so much to do in such a little time to do it in. Like, and you know, as I've talked extensively about, I am getting more and more into music synthesis lately, so that's taking a lot of my time, and it's really fun, right? Because I'm very much on the 20% skill level where I'm still very much on the exponential curve of like learning new stuff all the time, and it feels amazing. It's really, really fun. At some point I have to put myself to the task and actually release a song or put something up on Bandcamp, but I think I'm like still a comfortable half a year to a year away from that. But yeah, it's going to happen. It's for sure going to happen. I really want to do it. And that might keep me from getting better at Noita, right? So that's what this is. This is you watching someone fumbling through the game and hopefully having a good time while I make a mess of myself. But this game is fantastic, right? It's also just like, it's so beautiful. It's like everything that happens in it is so beautiful. And, you know, we've talked about getting stuck on pixels a lot. And yeah, that's a trade-off, right? If everything's simulated and everything's a pixel, you might get stuck on pixels. I feel like it's an okay trade-off, even though I don't like when I get stuck on stuff, but I think it's an okay trade-off for this kind of game. But yeah, I'll always prefer probably the chunky integerness of Spelunky because it's closer to home, right? It's like someone took Go or chess and like made it real time, but in a way that just works really well for me. But it also took me multiple years to get good at that. So maybe I'll dedicate myself to this more. We shall see. But I have been enjoying single-player games, story-driven single-player games, a lot more in the last couple of 2 years, again, I'd say. I was off of them for like a good 7 to 8 years, and then about 2-3 years ago, I was like, man, this got a lot better, right? And then, of course, my most recent adventure was finishing Death Stranding, which I thought was, you know, had issues, but also what a fantastic game for me. Like, I like hiking simulators. It made me want to go back and actually play the DLC for Horizon Zero Dawn, because I know it's the same engine, and the Horizon Zero Dawn DLC is like snowy wastelands, and that was by far my favorite biome in Death Stranding, right? So I might go back and play that game just because I liked walking around in that environment. And I also thought that game was fantastic. That was definitely like in my first things I picked up again when I got back into single player story driven games. And that game's gorgeous. Gorgeous. It's so fun to be in that space. So John Axon says your first track should be called Noista. I found a word the other day that means a thing that is not has as far as I can tell never been used as the title of an album, and it's one of my favorite words now. So I think I already have a word. But years ago I posted a picture on Instagram from the like backyard-ish forest where my parents live in Germany, and it's in the winter, and it's like off of like it's like at a grazing angle off of like frozen snow with like reflections from the sun. And I just titled the picture, I think, Winterland Sun or something. And then my good friend and partner in crime, Eddie, lead designer on Osmos and like main creator of Osmos, was like, oh, I hope you know that that has to be the title and the cover of your first album. And so Winterland Sun, I can't let that go, right? It's too good. We'll see. It's fun. It's fun to fiddle around with and theorize over and then actually make some music. So that's probably what I'm going to do next today. So with that, thank you all very much for watching. It's always a pleasure. Hinterland won. It did. It's always a pleasure. I guess a couple of announcements I should make before I sign off. Please, if you haven't done so yet, follow us. Join us on Discord. Follow us on Twitter. There's a pinned tweet at the top that's our Discord server that's been very active and full of game designers that are very kind and generous in sharing information about the games they're working on and that kind of stuff. Sportbrand F says, thanks, Andy. Thank you for joining. We recorded a show with Derek Yu last night. It's going to go up later. If you're watching this later on the VOD, it's already up. It's a super fun 2-hour romp about the current games landscape and where Derek feels like his design sensibilities fit in and what kinds of games we're playing right now, and a bunch of listener suggestions for games. Like, there's some game right now that's, I guess, something like Spin Tires, but it's called Snow something something, and it's just like an off-road driving game where you get stuck all the time. I kind of want to play that right away. It sounds amazing. Physics. I like physics. Yes, that show was super cool. I'm going to be in and out the next couple of weeks. That's what I wanted to say mainly. Like, I'm going to be moving into a new place, probably spread out over the next 3 weeks. So next week, for example, I have an installation date on Friday. So Friday stream is not going to happen, but I'll probably announce that on Twitter next week. That sorry, no Breakfast Spelunky this Friday. And I think then 2 weeks after that is our actual moving date. So that's probably also not going to happen on a Friday. Maybe I'll move it somewhere else, or maybe I'll just miss 2 weeks. Like, at this point, I think I've only ever missed this for like the Christmas holidays when I was on the East Coast. But whatever, it's going to happen. Eventually, we'll be in the new place. The installation next week is I'm getting AT&T fiber optic, a gigabit up and down. So that, not that the stream ever has issues. I'm actually really amazed at how robust this has been. Like, I'm running at 1080p at 60 FPS, and my CPU is running at 1%. And it says the upstream is 6,000 kilobits per second. So totally fine, running super robust on this 35 megabit per second upstream thing, right? So I'm gonna have a gigabit up soon, so that should make things a lot more robust, even if it even had to be. So, but yeah, gonna move, and then once I'm set up in the new place, yeah, I'm just gonna do this indefinitely, right? And again, we've been trying to do it a lot more, and I think once I'm moved and the semester is over, we're wrapping it up right now. I guess I could, like, totally off topic, say next Tuesday there's going to be a USC Games Expo, which is normally a thing that we do in person at USC. It's a big expo where a lot of the games from the MFA program and other programs and alumni are featured. Obviously, we're not doing that in person this year, but it is happening. Virtually, right? So you can go on USC Games and get a link to that. I think there's like 80 games that you can, like, I think you can download them and play them, which I think is fantastic. So you get to see what our very, very talented students are up to. Oh, and here's the thing I will leave you with. So I'm gonna open real quick. Again, I'm gonna open a browser tab and I'm gonna go to YouTube because I have to share this.
In some ways, this is if you're a game developer or
this is so funny.
Game design student,
you gotta love this.
Then we're the lucky.
That's Frank talking about Achievement Relocked book launch with Jeff Engelstein. I just accidentally triggered that. So let's go to YouTube. Go to my history because it should be in my history. It is in my history. So my history, so let me switch over here. My YouTube history is for the most part Digitone, Rene 2 review, Make Noise Morphogene, modular composition, sequencing with blah blah blah, and of course here Noita 101 in between. It's almost only me looking at crazy synth stuff. But here, this happened. Wait, let me quit Noita. Click here for stats. Quit. Whoa. Way too loud.
Hey, it's Mark Hamill here, and I want to congratulate the USC Games class of 2020. See you at the Expo, May 12th.
I don't know how I could work at a cooler place. I don't think that's possible. Right? Yeah, right? Holy crap. Yeah, I guess I've just, it's all downhill from here. Like, so it's so funny to me, right? Because I have to watch this again, right? It's just too much.
Hey, it's Mark Hamill here, and I want
Come
to
on.
congratulate the USC Games class of 2020. See you at the Expo, May 12th.
It's funny to me because when I was 7 years old, I played with a Mark Hamill figure, right? Like I played. That's like, it's just too much. So yeah, we've everyone at our school. It's because the School of Cinematic Arts has connections to a lot of different people who are Hollywood actors. So we get to get them say cool stuff, right? So anyway, there you go. There it is. USC Games Expo 2020. Tune in May 12th, 2 p.m. Pacific. USCGamesExpo.com. Because next Friday is going to be no stream for me. But maybe there will be other things coming. So with that, as always, this is the longest goodbye ever. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful week. Be safe. Stay healthy. I know everything's opening up again. Can I say science doesn't say that that's a good idea? I think so. Maybe try to stay inside. And if you do go outside, wear a mask. Not that hard to do, I believe. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Thank you very much for joining. As always, very much appreciated. And I will see you latest in 2 weeks from now. Have a wonderful weekend and take care.